Hey YouTube, WingCreeper1 here, with a deck profile of Dinomorphia. But before we get into that, just a quick announcement. You guys have already known I've been teasing about a box giveaway. I'll be giving away a box of Battle of Chaos as well as one box of Grand Creators. I was supposed to do a box giveaway last month, but I have been traveling consistently, so obviously have to make up the box from last time. So I'll be giving away 1 and 1. The video will most likely be up sometime. Don't guarantee me on it, but I'm gonna say sometime next week, maybe the end of the week or the 1st of March, maybe the 2nd. But there definitely will be a box giveaway. The rules will obviously be the same. One thing, there has been an issue about shipping, so I'm going to remind everybody in the box giveaway video that I'm only going to ship in the United States and Canada. I have gotten messages from people saying that they, like, if I enter, will they ship to Italy, Germany. It's not that I don't mind shipping like that, but if you do win the box, you will have to pay for that shipping if you do live in those areas. Canada and the United States is fine. I'll pay for the shipping myself. But without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So basically, the deck is basically you're paying half your life points to do things. Everything from fusion summoning to negating trap cards, negating spell cards, to special summoning. But I played the deck for a while. After testing it sometime, I learned from it. So maybe you guys can take a page out of my book. Don't quote me on it. I'm not the best player, but I'm just gonna get right into it. For starters, obviously you're gonna start with this is your main one, the Dinomorphia Deck. Basically, she allows you to set any Dinomorphia trap card directly from your deck, and if your life points are 2,000 or less, then she gains 500 attack points, so she can go up to 2k. Also, if she's destroyed by any means, a card effect or battle, you can banish a trap card, any trap card, and you can special summon another Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard, excluding itself. But this is literally the best one for now. I don't know if we're getting any more support. I know we're getting another fusion and another trap card, but that's all I know. 3 Diplos. He's the foolish of the deck. Send any Dinomorphia card. It can be monster, trap card, any one of them to the graveyard, and it does the same thing to float. However, if your life points to 2,000 or less when this resolves, then your opponent takes 500 points of damage. So it's not bad, but you do need both of them in order to actually play the deck. 1 Miscellaneousaurus. It just to bait out Ash Blossom, to protect your monsters. So they Ash Blossom impermanence, something like that. You have this. Hopefully, if they don't call by the grave this, then you'll be alright. Prankertops. I'm not gonna lie, I literally only play it because it's a dinosaur monster, and I figure it goes with the theme of the deck. But it's not a bad card anyway, so I don't know why you would not play it. Hand traps, 2 Ash, 2 Gold Silver. That's all I really play. You can obviously put any other hand traps that you want. You don't have to specifically play these. You can play Ghost Spell, Villa. I just prefer these. And I don't play 3 because the deck is based on going first. You could go second, but going first is most likely preferred because you can set up. The monster lineup is actually pretty short. That actually was the monster lineup. We're gonna go into the spell cards. 3 Fossil Dig. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't have to get into that. 3 Polyduality. You don't really special summon on your turn, so it's not a bad idea to play these. Gives the deck extra consistency. 2 Chalice. I actually was playing Breakthrough Skill at one point because it is a trap. but this is a lot better. Only because you can do it during either player's turn if you have it in your hand, if you start anyway. So it's not a bad card. Only downside is you can't banish it, obviously, to use some of the effects because it's a spell card. Call by the Grave, self-explanatory, don't have to get into that. Upstart Goblin, you could replace it with anything else that you want. I personally like Upstart Goblin. Give you an extra +1. The trap cards. Obviously we're gonna get, I didn't arrange this right, but I'm gonna do the best I can. 3 Domain, this is the main card that you actually need. This is your starter. You are always going to search this unless it's in your hand, then you search the next best thing, which I'll get into. But basically, you pay half your life points, you can fusion summon from basically anywhere on the field and in your deck. So this card is great. Honestly, it's probably one of the best cards I've seen for this deck. It's just ridiculous. And it also has another effect. If you would take effect damage, you can just banish this card. You take no effect damage that turn. Sonic. This is the Solemn of the deck, except not for monsters, but spell and trap cards. You do have to destroy one of your own Dinomorphia monsters though in order to resolve the effect. Same thing. You pay half, negate any spell or trap card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, you pop a Dinomorphia monster on your side of the field. So that's why I said if you don't have this in your hand, then you're gonna search this, and you already have the negate just in case you try to negate or blow up your board. I played 2 Brute. It's like the Icarus. It's a non-targeting Icarus. Basically, you destroy 1 Dinomorphia monster on your side and 1 card your opponent controls. Same thing. If it's banished, all the normal trap cards have the effect that you take no effect damage. The counter traps have the effect that you take no battle damage by banishing them. You can use those effects consistently, but you can only use the effects of the activated effects of the cards once per turn. But if you have 3 copies of, let's say, the Sonic, then you can banish it 3 times and you take no battle damage for each one of those attacks. One shell. It's not that good, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you are in a bunch where you have to struggle, this card allows you, during the start of the battle phase, your opponent's battle phase, you can activate this. You get a token that's 3k defense, 0 attack. Your opponent must attack this card before they attack anything else. That's all it really does. Most of the time, it's just a foolish burial target for Diplos. So it's not really that great of a card. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do play one, mainly just the foolish. One alert. This is the Reborn. You pay half, and you special summon up to 2 Dinomorphia monsters from your graveyard whose level is 8 or less. Whose level equals up to 8 or less. So you can summon monsters whose levels do not exceed 8, basically. Then you got, Solid Brigade, why not? Pay half, negate anything. Solemn Strikes, pay 15. This is the only thing that you actually have to pay life points for. I guess that you don't pay half in. Solemn Strike. It's not a bad card. If you open up hopefully one of them, you'll be alright. Because the deck doesn't have that many monster negates. So this would be your best bet. You could always, if you want, you could put this down to 2, play 3 of these, or put this down to 2. It doesn't matter. Like I said, everybody has their own preference. And 3 impermanence, pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to get into that. Extra deck. I'm not going to try to even pronounce this name, but this is the boss of the deck. 4K beater. If this card is on the field during the main phase, you can activate it. It is a quick effect. You can banish any Dinomorphia normal trap card from your graveyard, and it copies that effect. Obviously, you pay half your life in order to do that. But it's a great card, and if this is destroyed, you can special summon a Dinomorphia from your graveyard. I believe level 4? Level 4 or lower, yes. So you can obviously combo that off with something. Like I said, I'm not going to try to butcher these names. But this card basically, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can burn your opponent for damage. It does the same thing. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon another Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. And the good thing about this card is you don't have to pay half if this is on the field to activate Dinomorphia cards. So once this is on the field and you can activate anything basically freely. You don't need to play 3 though, 2 is fine. I always ended up summoning just 1, I never really summoned 2, but 2 is just in case 1 gets destroyed. 1 Logia, 1 Doka, self-explanatory, both dinos, extra negate, extra spell a trap negate, not once per turn, not once per chain. 1 Daigusto Emerald, you can recycle your Dinomorphia monsters if you want. You can also recycle, I guess, your fusions if you wish. I never got a chance to use this yet though. 1 Abyss Dweller, it's a good level 4. I don't really have to get too into it. Like the deck can really play without extra. You just really need just the fusions mainly. You can really play without extra. Dark to Dark, Charmer, Gloomy. Everything in here is dark. The main monsters anyway. So why not play this? And if your opponent has a dark monster in the graveyard, you just special summon it to a zone that points to steal a monster. Go into an instant rank 3 if you wish. Rank 3, I'm sorry. Which is the Princess. 2 dark monsters, like I said, everything here is dark. But if this is destroyed by opponent's card effect. Yeah, I mean, when I'm an opponent in general, if this card is destroyed by a card effect or battle, you can add 1 dark monster back to your hand from your graveyard. It's a good card. It also pumps up all your dark monsters by 500, loses light monsters attack by 4. Oh, this is a foreign Unicorn and Phoenix. I always play these just in case I have to end up, you know, summoning something that's not like theme based. So I always play these just in case. And I can't play any links without these. Like, this is literally my favorite link for like ever, especially comboed with IP. So I mean, it's a great card in general, and you can make these very easily. You can just flip the trap card, pay half, summon the 2 Dinomorphia monsters, and you just go crazy link. Just go link crazy. So anyway, that was the deck profile. Like I said before, I'm gonna let you guys know about the rules of the boss giveaway that's going to be happening sometime next week. I'm gonna say March 1st, the first week of March, because that's when I know the video will be up. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any recommendations, it's always welcomed. And Win Kariba 1 is out.